going? Are we going? Hey, Kampai! Alright. I got a stream for us. I'm here. Ready for another day of games. Yep, I don't know how to start this off. I'm playing a game today. Playing a game today. Last time I had mentioned that I had a game that I wanted to play this week. But actually, I was wrong. Our number one is here. What up, number one? Hey, number one A's. God. Anyways, and Slotty gets a. I already did. Did Kampai get cut out? I'm sorry. I'll do it again. Hey, Slotty. Hey, Kampai. Double Kampai. All right. Anyways. Yeah, so last time I said there was a game that I had planned to play this week, but turns out I got the calendar confused in my head a little bit. By next week, which would be this week, I actually meant next week, which would be next week. So, I'm not playing the game that I thought I was gonna play. I had to find something else. And I don't know, I was looking through, like, I have a few games on my Steam wish list that are strictly just there as, like, play these games when you have nothing else to play, when you have no plan. And I was kind of going through them, and I probably should have bought one or two of them while it was the summer sale. Unfortunately, the summer sale just ended, and I don't know, they're more expensive than I wanted to pay for a game that I probably won't enjoy. Maybe. I have noticed. You know, I get too fucking critical. Hey, maybe that, what's his face? First Fungin guy was right. So, I don't know. I've been wary. I almost don't want to play games that are on my wish list that I put there because I want to play them. Because, I don't know, I guess I turn on my I wanna critique and nitpick this game brain, and then suddenly I kinda don't enjoy it as much. I don't know, it could all just be, like, maybe that's not true at all. Maybe I really have not enjoyed some of the games that I've played on stream. But sometimes it feels like I just don't enjoy anything. I enjoy my alcohol. Also, y'all can hear the space music, right? The space music is not the game, by the way. I've just had JP8080-san, Eddie-Chan over here just singing away. She's just singing a song. Hang on, let me turn her off. Oh yeah, just ring out. Just ring out. Turn that down. Turn that down. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I wanna. Oh, it's still going, huh? It's still going. Wow. Maybe I want to do a little bit of this one. Or maybe this one. Anyways. Why is so small, Lou? It's because it's not like a program, it's not a song. It's just an arpeggiator. Anywho, alright. I guess that's enough dicking around. We'll play this game. Well, I'm gonna play it's actually, I think I even got it wrong in the title. I'm gonna play Outrider Mako here. It turns out this right here is supposed to be an R, but it looks like it's just Outride, and then that's just there to kind of balance, to you know, balance the design. But it is Outrider Mako, which means the title is incorrect. Anyways, So, this is take on the role of Mako on her quest to seek out and subsequently deliver her deliverables in this top-down view 2D action game. Jump on top of your enemies and slime them with goo to stop them in their tracks. Get those deliverables delivered. Kind of looks like an A, yeah. Outrider. Something like that, I don't know. So it's published by Playism. I've actually played a couple of their games before on stream. I am a little bit surprised that it only has 89 reviews. Usually Playism stuff gets a little bit more attention than that. It did release just last month, so it's still a little bit new, a little bit fresh. But the reviews are not looking so hot. Oh, Willy Bab is here. Nice to have you, Willy Bab. Oh, wait, you missed. Wait, we need space music. Where's my space music? It was, yeah, there we go. Okay, wait. We need, what was it? I don't even remember what the notes were. I think it was like... There we go. There we go. Now it's going. Now Willy Bab's got the space music. We'll just leave the space music going the whole time. It's like it's basically Mass Effect, you know? We're basically just playing Mass Effect. Anyways. Okay, we'll play this game. Be quiet. Oh, that's right. I did launch this game once already, just to kind of check settings and stuff. And it's very much controller. I feel at home. I'm glad I could comfort you with my space music. Anyways, it's very much a controller kind of game. The key bindings, even just for navigating the menu, are all sorts of fucked. So we're gonna be using a controller for this one, boys. Game's kind of quiet. Bukaki title screen. Oh dear, to think someone would fall into the red nectar well of all places. Red nectar is very special, very important substance in this world, but you must be very lucky you're not hurt anywhere. Lang OS N game and are you talking about, is that something that the menu said? Look at that! Wait! Willy Bab coming in with the clutch, bringing him up to number 1, and Ace goes down to 2. Boo! The question is this game subtly alluding to lewd things, or are we just hopeless gooners? A little of column A, a little of column B. You guys are, no. Don't lump me. I mean, look. I have my hobbies, okay? We don't need to talk about them, but let me just put it this way. You're the one who went to that area. I didn't think about that at all with this game. So who's more hopeless of a gooner between us? Oh, Wrath is here. Two of Aces. Wait, Ace has gone down. Oh, Ace losing it. What a loser. 2 of aces, more like 3 of aces. There's no way I'm a friend. You're from the human world, aren't you? We call people who come here from the other worlds like you Maribito. You know, Mo's is that, I don't know. Maribito. Let's use the worst Gaijin pronunciation. Maribito have special powers. And for some reason, most Maribito are children. How strange. I wonder what sort of powers you have. I can't wait to see you in action. Anyways, let's see. First, you should see Mo's. Yes, that guy right over there. He'll help you out. By the way, you fell from way up there. Do your legs hurt anywhere? You can walk on your own. Can you walk on your own? You can use that left stick to walk around, okay? I'm Koma. Nice to meet you. Sends Nolan. Sends Nolan to Mars. Nah, I'm still here. If I go to Mars, then what are you gonna be watching? You're gonna need your space music. Hang on. I think I pushed the wrong keys, but oh, I forgot to put the hold on. Let's try that again. There you go. Now you can send me to Mars. I can run. I have animations. Can I talk to you? Whoa, Marbito! You should go meet Mozu. First... I had a weird inflection when I said that. The national anthem of 24B is so soothing. You know it. Whoa, oh, okay, it's the same thing. And oh, I have a punch. Get out! Wait, can I actually talk to him? Oh no, is this guy? Oh, okay, they all say the same thing. What the fuck is this? Me dicking around and not doing what I'm supposed to do. That's what the fuck this is. There you are. I heard you fell down the red nectar well and without a scratch too. You don't see that every day. Red nectar is the spirit energy of this world. Feel it coursing through you? Even your clothes were dyed red. Is that so? That's probably not coming off. This is my Yoi heaven. A different world to yours. And you're a Maribito here. You want to go home, don't you? Too bad. Can't. Hey, don't cry. I'll look after you. You can cry as much as you want when you get home, alright? I'm Mozu. He's not here right now, but there's this monster called Bumon. See? I, Bumon, and Kauma, sorry, we gotta use the Gaijin pronunciation. The Kauma run a delivery business. It's called Bumon Delivery, and this is the delivery center. See you around. Here, take this. That's proof of our contract. Starting today, you'll be a courier for Bumon Delivery. Nolan, I know. Yes, I do. Don't you know? That's why I live in Japan. I came here to become a great kung fu master. Random shit world building, which I actually like. It's fine. I mean, this is still pretty early on, too. Fell down the redneck well. Happens sometimes. You might not want to, but there's nothing else you can do. There's only one way for you to go home. Fill the notebook with seal stamps. That's the only way, so listen up. From now on, I'll give you jobs to do. Our customers are the gods of this world, you see. Once you've finished a job, you'll get a divine blessing and seal stamp as a reward. Wow! Fetch quest game. Yes. I'll add the seal stamps to your notebook, so come back here once you finish a job. Seal stamps are manifestations of God's power. Once you fill the notebook with stamps, the way home will be revealed. So what do you say? Raring to get started? Good luck. There's only one of that notebook, so don't lose it no matter what. Mako still didn't understand what happened to her. But she did understand that she wouldn't be able to go home if she didn't listen to that monster in front of her. She decided to do as Mozu says for the time being. Take a look. Here's the very first job. Namiuchi. 15 stones. You'll have to deliver some mist crystals. They're everywhere. Just look around. The client is Namiuchi, god of stonemasons. He's the one who makes all the gosh, I can't even. Dosojin. No, so don't you dare disrespect him. He's right outside the gate over there. There's Mononoke all over the place. You can fight with this. It's a magic rod that can control red nectar. Real simple job. Let's get it over with. Order received. You're going to work as a Bamon delivery now. Good luck. See that statue over there? That's a Dosojin, a save point. If you see one, use Y to pray to it. It'll light up and memory clouds will start floating around it. If you ever die, you'll start over from there. Remember to pray first or it'll be too late to regret it when you get killed. You need to save manually, okay? Don't forget it. Okay then, you can leave from this Mayoi gate. Oh, but this is your first time working in this world, isn't it? You simply must get some training first. The training room is right over there. You have to get your training. You have to get your training before you can start work. Don't forget to come. I'll be waiting. See you. All right, Gooners, calm down. Where's the Doyoji? What's the now I got, yeah. Whoa, wait. Oh shit, I'm Sonic? One inconvenient placed fence. You can break it by hit. Oh, I thought it was scolding me for hitting that dude. Okay, cool. Yeah, fuck you. Who would have thought I'm Sonic with the homing attack? Wait. Gosh, I wish there was a sprint. There's no more oh, wait. Aha! Round and around at the Oh. I like it. But it's kind of weird to control. That's kind of strange. Okay. I'm out of ammo! Quick! Get me on the reload! Let me. Yeah! Wait. Yeah! Fuck it up! Destroy this place! Take me home! Okay, alright. Oh, I can even hit the I can just ruin everything in here. Wait, what is this? I'm standing on it? Oh, oh. I don't. Okay, I should probably do the training and learn what the fuck I'm doing. I like just pushing buttons and figuring it out for myself. Anyone who wants to learn is a student. We're always open and anyone can come here if they want to learn. You can also quit halfway in and come back later if you want, but if you leave midway, you'll have to start over next time. Your health gets topped up for training, but it'll be reverted once it's over, and any elixir effects are confiscated. You're not getting those back. Write down write down here what you're holding right now. Anything you get here has to be returned when you leave. You can move on to the next room without finishing an assignment. Talk to Coma if you want to start over. Talk to Coma in the final room. That marks the end of your training. That's all, good luck. Eagle sounds. No. That notebook holds your very own apprentice notes. It's absolutely necessary if you want to go home, so make sure to take good care of it and don't lose it. You can check your current task and reread past conversations with it. You can equip items from your inventory, okay? You can use equipped items with right trigger. Do I have? Well, that can't be unequipped, so... Wow, it's stuff. Oh, is the flying Mothman Coma? I don't know. I wasn't paying enough attention. Jumping and pouncing are the basics of the basics. That's certainly a way of putting it. You should get used to them and quick. You can pounce right after jumping or while perched on something. Pounce from one thing to another to move quickly. Oh. It's kind of hard to... It's kind of like, it's kind of hard to like get it to go where I want. I'm trying to do like a full triangle, but you see sometimes like, all right, there we go. Sort of. Okay. I got it. Okay, let's go over how to attack. Rod attacks can become stronger if you charge them first. You can also attack while jumping in what's called an arrow attack. Mononoke are more likely to drop red nectar if you hit them with a strong attack. Arrow attacks are weak, but they let you close in onto enemies instantly. Use it to get out of trouble and position yourself so you have the upper hand. You can break crates and barrels and take whatever's inside. Okay. Interesting. Jump and use an arrow. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, I thought I did that. Kick then use an arrow attack. Wait. How do you kick? Huh? X to attack with the rod, hold to charge strong attacks. Strong attacks make Mononoke more likely to drop red nectar. Arrow attacks. While jumping or standing on something, take aim, attack to perform an arrow attack. Yeah, but how do you kick? Kick, then use an arrow attack on an enemy. Is this... I'm... Okay, am I dumb? Did it? I mean, it's not down there at the bottom of the screen. It doesn't say how to kick. So... That's your basic attack, and then you can... jump, and then press the attack to do that. Right trigger, right bumper, left bumper. Right stick, left stick. A, B, X, Y. What? It's not gonna be pause. I'm baffled. Okay, what did I miss? Why? See, okay, that the animation looks like a kick? Maybe? It's sort of hard to say. But how do I, like, I don't know. Can I just go on? Maybe kick is jumping from the pole and attack? Oh, I have to restart this. I don't know. I really have no idea what the fuck it's talking about. I'm giving up on that. It looks like I can progress without completing it. Now I'll tell you all about red nectar. This is important, so listen up. Red nectar is the Mayoi world's spirit energy materialized into liquid. It's essential for survival in this world, so don't you forget about it now. Splash Mononoke with it to stop them from moving and weaken them. It can soften hard things too, like the shells some Mononoke have. You can splash it on crystals too. You can use it to attack or as an ingredient in potions. It can do everything. When it rains, red nectar gets washed off quickly, so be careful. Keep an eye on the meter on the left to see how much red nectar you have. While perched on something, use Y to apply red nectar, which slows and weakens enemies and softens hard objects. Repeat to extend effect duration. Climb on an enemy's head while it's covered in red nectar and attack to smite the enemy. Oops. I'll let you in on a smart way to use red nectar. When you smite or hit an enemy covered in red nectar, the nectar flies everywhere around them. Any enemies in the splash zone get weakened and stop for a little bit. This is how you can get a little bit of red nectar on a lot of enemies. Oh, is there just nothing else? It's no checkboxes or anything? It looks like you are bonking them. I am. Bonking them with my rod. Bonk. think I'm getting. It's sort of funny whenever I perch on something, it seems like they all stop for a moment. A little heavy on the onboarding. Yeah, it is. Now, I feel like a lot of this could have been left up to the player to figure out. But I'm gonna give credit where it's due. You know how many roguelikes I have played on this fucking channel, and every single time I've had the same fucking complaint where they explain fucking nothing to you, because that's just part of the appeal, is figuring it out. So I at least appreciate that they do at least give you some explanation. They're not just fucking throwing you to the sharks for content. They actually give you at least enough knowledge to get started. I'm pretty sure this is a roguelike. But yeah, I do think it's definitely gone a little bit heavy-handed with it, that it probably could, you know, the player could be left to their own devices once you've set the groundwork. Like, you can pounce on enemies, you can dash towards enemies, you can cover them with the slime. Okay. You're invincible while jumping, which lets you dodge attacks, but not while pouncing. When you get hit, you'll take damage. What's the difference between jumping and pouncing? Is that when you're dashing towards them? Yeah, I agree with you, Slotty, having a little bit at a time spread out across the course of the game, but yeah. And I think roguelikes could do that. Like, you could set it up, you know, you go on one run and then you die, and then you can even have like after their first run, you could have a little bit more tutorials. It depends on how the game is, but you know, that's like one idea that could happen. Or even still, you know, every roguelike, as you progress through it, you'll go deeper and deeper into the world or zones or whatever. So when you get to a new zone, maybe it could introduce you to some new stuff there or something. I don't know. But I guess there is part of the problem with roguelites that I can understand devs kind of like realizing that once the player is off on their own doing runs, it's a little bit less in control. Like, the dev is less in control when the players experience stuff at that point. So they'd rather just, I'm not saying it's the right thing, but I'm just saying I can see their idea of just front loading the information, since now is the time they have control. Doesn't make it good, just an understandable thought process. You're invincible while jumping, which lets you dodge attacks, but not while you're pouncing. When you get hit, you'll take damage. Don't just pounce on everything willy-nilly. Pouncing straight into a group of enemies might get you killed. Doing the slime thing. Yeah. Yeah. That really, like, my brain gets really confused with that. I almost kind of, okay, because they're shooting at me. So there's two things that I really kind of find a little bit annoying about this combat, and maybe with time I'd get used to it. It's just something that, you know, it's learning the game, experiencing the game. You'd eventually probably get used to it, but it just feels like some points of friction. Number one is you have pounce and arrow attacks, right? Which are basically the same thing. So like here, this is a pounce, and this is an arrow attack. It's the same thing, it's just one ends with an attack while the other one doesn't. And basically, my brain keeps getting confused. If you want to get on top of them, you want to pounce. But if you just want to close the gap, then you want to use an arrow attack. That's kind of annoying. I honestly think it would be a lot better if your arrow attack was also a pounce, you know? Right? So instead of this requiring me to get on top, when I did this, I would just be on top afterwards. I think that would be a lot better, because I keep I keep confusing the two. Like, I want to move forward, so I use arrow attack, and oops, I wanted to get on top, but then I push Y, but oh, I can't slime him because, oops, I didn't mean to talk to him again. But I can't slime him because I'm not on top of him because I didn't do a pounce. And then that's the other point of friction too, is that, well, see, I just did what I was talking about there, is the sliming? See, I can't even fucking figure it out. So you have to, god damn it, I keep using the arrow attack. So you have to press Y to slime them, and then you can press X to do the execution or whatever. And I don't know, it feels really cumbersome to do. It feels like, once again, it's another one of those kind of things that it should just automatically go into it. I mean, unless later there's some sort of reason why you wouldn't want to just do the Punisher right away. Or here's another option, like, see, target's not covered in nectar, right? But like, obviously that's what I want to do. I want to cover it in nectar because it's not covered in nectar. So, you know, alternative to what I was saying is where, like, option one is you press Y, it covers it in slime, and then automatically does the execution attack. The other alternative to that is just make it Y or X. If there is no slime, then just make the slime happen. Did you go back out? No, I'm still in this tutorial, but I've been chatting a lot too. Okay, I don't need to keep doing this though. I got it. Activate charge stake by charging it with red nectar and using an arrow attack. It's super strong, so use it often. Wait. Don't just pounce on the enemy now. You have to use a kicking arrow attack, okay? Oh, this was the thing I couldn't figure out earlier. Stand on a charge stake and apply red nectar on it with Y. Then kick and... But what is fucking kick? And perform an arrow attack. Perform a flash explosion, which causes an explosion that deals heavy damage. Charge 3 times for maximum range. So this is the thing I couldn't figure out before. This B is a secondary attack. I pressed B though. How do I... I don't know. I don't know. This is... Is this something, like, did I talk over? Did I just not, like... Hang on. If I tab out, will it mute? No. Shut up for a second. Alright. Alright. Did I just talk over this? Can we bring up my own stream? God damn it. I don't want to use that tab. That's my control panel. There's my own stream. Yeah, here it is. If I just go to it. Okay. Here's so. Did I break it? I don't think so. Where's the combat
It's talking about?
Okay, so here I'm already confused about the kick. That right stick. Look at how long I was confused about this lack of kick. How do you kick? Okay. Jumping and pouncing are the basics of the basics. That's certainly a way of putting it. You should get used to them and quick.
My chat is
you can
covering
pounce
up
right
the
after jumping
text.
or while perched on something. Pounce from one thing to another to move quickly. Oh. Oh, okay, so that's here. Next is the. Wait, it says. Wait. Here it says kick. Jumping and pouncing. Jump to jump, hold to jump higher and longer while jumping or standing without aiming. It doesn't say anything about kick, though. How come? Why? Okay, what did I do? Perched on something. Pounce from one thing to another to move
Complete
quickly.
the kick.
Okay, I haven't completed kick yet. Oh, there I completed kick, though. I don't... Yeah, air kicks? It was when I was jumping from this pole to this pole, I completed it. But... if it can only be... Do I pounce on them and then... Oh, is that the kick? Why does that not feel like a kick? That's the kick? Really? Okay, I really wish they'd provided some sort of explanation for that. Maybe they do? I mean, here they don't... I mean... Here it kinda... It says press left stick to aim and A again to pounce. No, because it doesn't say anything about doing the kick, which is pressing X. There's nothing here about... There's nothing here about the kick. So here, I don't even... I just coincidentally figured it out. Does it explain it in the next room? Trying to... Okay, let's go over how to attack. Rod attacks can become stronger if you charge them first. You can also attack while jumping in what's called an arrow attack. Mononoke are more likely to drop red nectar if you hit them with a strong attack. Arrow attacks are weak, but they let you close in onto enemies instantly. Use it to get out of trouble and position yourself so you have the upper hand. You can break crates and barrels and take whatever's inside. It never fucking explains. It never does. Bro, what the fuck? Okay. So, I'll explain. So, basically, when you're perched, you use this to aim. Right? You use the left stick to aim, and then instead of pressing A to jump towards the target, you press X. So, okay. So this is... I see. Stand on the charged stake and apply red nectar on it with Y. Then kick and perform an arrow attack, which causes an explosion. Okay, it makes sense now that I know the directions. So, but to me, there's something about the way that it was phrased is like I would slime it, jump off, and then like hit it, right? Like it sounds, because it taught me this was an arrow attack. This is an arrow attack, right? So I don't know. Okay. I don't like the explanation, but I guess, sure, whatever. POW is displayed under your main weapon. You can have at most 5 POW at the same time. POW blasts are a little weak, but they let you attack from a distance, so use them to your advantage. Blue light orbs are a type of spirit energy called POW light. Pounce on them to absorb them. You can absorb at most 5 POW lights at a time, and while POW is full, your main attack also unleashes a POW blast. When you take damage, you lose 1 POW. I see. Can it stack? Like, can I hit him with my fist and the power blast? I think so. Because that only does 3. And then 10. Does it do 7 without the power blast? Most jobs you'll get from Boomon will involve delivering crystals. Crystals are needed for gods to sustain their divine powers, so they hire Boomon delivery to gather what they need for them. Bro, this is the fucking tutorial. How you... Bro, shut the fuck up! Come on, man! That was some bullshit description. You fucking know it. Do you think you understood? Look, we watched the VOD. We went back, and it never clearly stated that a kick is when you press X when perched. Aim and press X is a kick. I mean, unless it's saying your basic attack is a kick, but that's not true because look at the sprite. Look at the sprite. Okay, the sprite is clearly punching. That's not a kick. Because it did say kick and then use an arrow attack, right? So is it calling this an arrow, this a kick? Because that's not a kick, that's a punch. No, don't you give me this game journalist bullshit. No, that was a crappy explanation. Thank you, Wrath. Don't give me that shit, Willy Bath. It was a crappy explanation. So, like, what it could have just done was just say, press the direction key and use your basic attack. Press the direction key and press X to do a kick or whatever. Punch, kick, it's all in my... I'll kick with my fists and punch with my feet. Something like that. Good job, your training's over. You can go to work now, no problem. If there's anything you don't understand, you can always come back, go through it all again. Hit the bell to use the elevator in the back and leave in no time. You also walk out where you came if you won, I guess. Once you leave the room, you'll have to return everything you got in here, okay? Okay, good job. I don't know why I'd want to do it again when you provided a crappy explanation of your shit. Okay. Am I just not allowed to do an arrow attack anymore? Alright, here we go. Finally! The real game! Good timing, Boomon Delivery. My job is to make and repair Dosojin. You see, I need mist crystals for that. I'll be counting on you. Ouch. What the? Alright, not a great start. But I think I can do it now. I know how to kick now. Bring him them 15 meth crystals. I'm working on it. So, workbench of Taruko, the Holy. It was dirty with Mononoke blood, but I've cleaned it all off. Boomon Delivery couriers needed, after all. I haven't seen you around before. Are you new? Boomon Delivery uses boxes made with paper infused with spirit energy, and they can't be used anywhere other than these workbenches. Other than wrapping packages, there's lots more you can do at a workbench. Make sure you use them well. But I need those. Oh, I see. Synthesize elixirs. Naruhodo. But I can't do anything. What's this? They're just sine waves. What is it? What is there? A fucking stock exchange? What the fuck is this? Let me through! Let me in! Let me in! Oh, I got a POW thing. What's this? Haguruma-san, the ancient mechanical device. Good to know. Okay. Oh, I just keep mining them here? Oh, that's kind of silly. Delivery collected. You got everything you need, but the gods will get angry if you hand them their order as is. You have to wrap them up nicely. Boomon Delivery packaging is made with paper infused with spirit energy, so you can only pack orders at designated workbenches. Yeah, we already learned that. So what, it just keeps spawning shit there? New items at the shop. Hot damn! Wrap it up! Package wrapped. Alright, your package is ready. All you have to do now is deliver it to the client and you're all done. Go on, deliver it to the client. Yep. Give me your rocks. That's a Sonic song. Give me your rocks. I don't remember how the rest of that song goes. I just remember that one line. from Sonic Adventure 2, one of the Knuckles stages. They always have like the really cheesy rap in there. One of them, they're rapping all serious, and at one point the guy's like, "Give me your rocks!" Yes, I can't make Dosojin without these. Thank you, Messenger of Boomon. Please accept my blessing and protection. Raises movement speed. Satake, the Fleetfoot, discovered the true secret to moving quickly at the youngest age of 3000. All he had to do was to warp the space one step before him. He is clueless to the effects of warping space-time on his surroundings. Rod attacks deal more damage. Calms Mononoke. Mokuami, god of beasts, has a face that shows no emotion whatsoever. Anyone who gazes upon it loses all their emotion. It is a terrible nothingness, so that even Mononoke lose their aggression, which makes this divine blessing valuable form of protection for travelers. I guess so, sure. Spooky Pumpkin Zone, I think? Is it? I think it was Aquatic Mine. Man, are you gonna make me look this up? I definitely have that fucking soundtrack. You bet your ass I do. Give me your rocks. Where is it? Is it just called Aquatic Mine? I don't remember. Ghost Pumpkin Soup.
You know me, the fighting freak Knuckles, and we're at Pumpkin Hill. You ready?
Bring our own.
Don't let it get to me. I'm just gonna
Bring our own BGM.
Pumpkin Hill. I got to find my lost piece. I know that it's here. I can sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere.
Good.
I'm gonna hold my head 'cause I have.
Wait, we're listening to the lyrics.
Crazy graveyard theory. Our ghosts try to approach me and got leery. Ask him a question and he vanished in a second. I'm walking through valleys, crying pumpkins in the alley. Didn't seem happy, but they sure tried to get me. Had to back him up with a fist metal crackle. I'm hearing someone saying you a chicken, don't be scared. It had to be the wind, cause nobody wasn't there. I searched and I searched as I climbed up the wall. And then I started to fly, I went in deeper. Let it get to me, I'm just gonna creep.
I'm pretty sure it's Aquatic Mine.
I know that it's here. I sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's
Also, there's an edit. It's Knuckles, and it's Knuckles. Knuckles.
probably some crazy, a graveyard theory. A ghost try to approach me, he got leery.
Fuck you! Where's dive into the mellow, maybe? I could have sworn it was just called Aquatic Mine. No, I think this is it. Okay.
Everybody flow with me. This is your boy Knuckles. And this is Aquatic.
I was just saying, oh, okay.
I'm on it, guys. Let's take a dive in Aquatic Mine. Once was a cold pit, but now it's a water ride. Makes you wanna sit back, enjoy the life, and do things you like, do and get to shine. It's your piece fighting with the foes all the time, but I gotta do it, they always stay out of line. Sometimes I wanna just chill and land, but I'm the protector of the emeralds and gems. I stay knuckled up, I'm in the deep cut. I'm seeing skulls that burn, they trying to cut me off. Avoiding my luck, I'm feeling kinda stuck. I'm in narrow hallways, running like it's a ball game. Hand tracks be tracking me to different doorways. In a maze, and I don't know what to do. Guaranteed though, I'ma find the emeralds. Don't call me Knuckles for nothing, I can't lose. Sure beats fight.
Oh, that wasn't it.
But I gotta do it, they always stay out of line. Sometimes
Was it actually produced by R. Kelly? You're a liar.
protector of the emeralds and gems. Stay knuckled up in a deep cut. I'm seeing skulls that burn, they trying to throw me off. Avoiding my luck, I'm feeling kinda stuck. Don't call me Knuckles, give me your box.
There it was. Give me your rocks. I was right. Hell yeah.
knuckles. Give me your rocks.
Give me your rocks. Wow, was that worth it? I think that was worth it. Well, there's all these people around. I wanted to get another drink. Hey, good job. Keep it up. Show me your notebook. Show me your rocks. I'll give you no meat cheese seal stamp. Every time you complete a job, I'll give you a new seal stamp. Got it? Just joking. I was trying to think of someone who makes that sexy music. I mean, what do I fucking know? I mean, I'd believe it. Now go take a break and get ready for your next job. There's 3 things you gotta do during break time. 1, deposit your sacred materials. If you bring any crystals or other materials from a divine realm to another, you'll anger the gods and get punished. So you can't have them on you during the next job. Once you complete a job, use them to make elixirs or deposit them at an ATM. You can deposit, withdraw, or trade in materials at the ATM. Use it wisely. 2, go shopping and prepare for your next job. Buy everything you need before starting a new job. There's 2 traveling merchants who come here. Yakuimaru sells recovery items and weapons. Homuramaru is in charge of logistics. He sells cards that let you call for backup. The shops are always open, but you don't want to keep coming back, do you? If not, you'd better get things done during break time. 3, get enough rest. You need energy to work, both physical and mental. Getting proper rest is important too. Take a dip in the well and heal up. Refill your red nectar too. We're always open, so you can always come back whenever you use our facilities. These ready guys are our very own Kagura Band. They purify curses and bring good fortune. They won't do anything bad, so don't mind them. Alright, now get some rest. Okay. You know, the kind of music that you play at booty clock. Yeah, I know about that. Can I make the things? I cannot make the things. Can I invest in the things? I get a bonus for the red one, but I guess not. It also shows the stock market here too. Why is there a fucking stock market in this game? I hope that's not like a stock market thing. Just feels like weird priorities. Where are the shop? Oh, there are the shop dudes. What do you got? I know how to fight. What do you want? Fold the card to request a punch cube and activate a beacon. Boom on Delivery has the best logistics in the Mayoi world. Wait, I thought he was the one with the... My job to support your job. Yeah, that's the one I wanted. Pot! Dissipates rain clouds and stops rain. I think it's supposed to be Momiji, actually. Sure does look like hemp, though. Oh yeah, it says right there, it looks like Japanese Aralia leaf. Why? Huh? Why did it... Is that something different? I don't know why they didn't either say Momiji or maple leaf. Is Aralia something different? Now I have to know. Japanese Aralia. Plant? Sure. Oh. That is something different, but that leaf does not look like that at all. I should have brought it up on my computer and not my phone, but oh well, there you go. That does not look the same as that. Yo, the ganja. Temporarily raises movement speed, dissipates rain, shoots discs of light in a cone shape in front of you to wipe out anything that stands in your way. Oh, that's an alternate attack. Okay. I don't have any Oh, but there's ammo for it. Well, damn it. How much money do I have? None now. Oh, how do I... Nope. This one. There we go. Okay. Alright. If I use it now, it just wastes the ammo. That's cool. Does it restore the ammo when I... Nope. Okay. So you do just have to buy more ammo for it. Alright. We did everything? We did it. Okay. Alright. Okay, alright. Alright, next job is here. Take a look at this. Amaru. She's in a secluded place on the way to History Hill. She's the god who makes it rain in this world, so it always rains wherever she is. Some Mononoke become stronger in the rain. Be extra careful on your way there. What's more, I heard some Mononoke have been setting up barriers to ambush people nearby. If they activate a barrier, you can't leave until you win, which means you just need to defeat all the Mononoke. You shouldn't have too much trouble with that. Remember the glowing wall you saw earlier? That's one of the spirit talisman barriers that divide up the divine realms. To get past them, you'll need sigils infused with spirit power. That means the seal stamps in your notebook, you know, like the one I just gave you. You should be able to break the barrier you saw as long as you have Nomuichi's seal stamp. Now go! Chop chop! Alright, I'll tell you what. I need to grab another drink. I'm gonna set you guys up with some... what's the other one? This one, I think. With the other Knuckles song that we didn't listen to. Yeah, while I grab my drink. Be right back. Yeah, that's the one. Hell yeah. Oh, my camera's on this. Well, fuck it, whatever.
It's your main man Knuckles, and we're Meteor Herd. You ready to go in space? Help me get the emeralds. Shot to space and left from our homes. At least we were friends, and I'm not all alone. Bad thing was that the emerald spilled. Got us on spaceman, time to get in. What's this? Can't fly off now. I just could float. Hope I don't die. Meteors coming my way, weaving. Gotta go straight. Any criminal, crime don't pay. Seeing the crazy look, Eggman's face. Don't let it hit you more. 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 Don't let it get 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 you more. Don't let it hit 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 you more. Don't let it get 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 you more. Don't let it
Purple drink, that's right. No, actually, I want to show this off too. Man, the Sonic Adventure soundtrack is so good. Anyways. Okay, so I want to show this off, right? So, a few weeks ago, I went to a friend's party and they introduced me to this gin, alright? So, it's butterfly pea gin, and that's not butterfly urine, it's pea, P-E-A. Butterfly pea gin, which is what gives it its blue color. However, you can see that it's blue, but there's a magic trick. Show me your rocks! Alright, so I got tonic water. And it has to be specifically tonic water. I learned this. It's because tonic water has something that regular soda water doesn't have in it that reacts with the butterfly pea. So, here we go. It's pretty fucking cool, right? Doing some chemistry. And it's very delicious. Not gonna lie. I still have a little bit of sake left, but I've just been like super fucking addicted to the gin tonic. This gin tonic that I've been drinking this quite a lot lately. It's really good. Oh, the song ended. Perfect. Back to the game, I guess. That was also my last tonic water, so it's not very common here. Yeah, actually ginger ale is pretty popular here, specifically, of course, Canada Dry. Ginger ale is really quite popular. Tonic water is not. It took me quite a while to actually find tonic water here. But I did find it. Okay. And let's get the... Yeah, it's like purple now. Yeah. Let's get the music back. Okay. Back to the same area again. My fingers get all confused about which button I should press. Open that lock! Yeah. Now, is this a roguelike? Because it's not like it's generated a new stage, it's still the same thing. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Like, it's the same place, right? It's not like new tiles or anything like that. You pray to Gago statue. You hear a voice in your ear. I shall grant you protection and blessings. Accept my gift. Sure, I guess. This is a cutesy like Toniku Wataru. Actually, it's sort of funny that you should say that, because I was having trouble finding it. I went to the supermarket and I like searched the aisles with like, you know, all the sodas and drinks or whatever, and you know, they had plenty of soda water, sparkling water, whatever, but they didn't have tonic water there. And you know, sometimes things get translated differently. Sometimes it's just a loan word from the language. But sometimes there's actually specific words for certain items in Japan. So I don't really know what I'm looking for. Am I looking for Tanikuwata, or am I looking for something else? Turns out you're right, Wrath. You're a smart man. The translation for tonic water is Tanikuwata. Once I knew that, I still had a little bit of trouble finding it, actually. Is it not the same thing as club soda? It's not. It uses... I had to look this up, actually, because the first time I poured myself a glass of this, like I said, I used regular sparkling water, and it didn't turn purple. So I was like, why is that? So I looked up the difference between tonic water and sparkling water. And the difference is that tonic water typically has like a natural, I don't know. Sorry, distracted with gameplay combat. It has what is it, like the bark of a tree or something that's used to make it tonic? Specifically, it has, I remember this, it has quinine in it. And it's the quinine that I do believe that reacts with the butterfly pea. Tonic replacement. Yeah, that. Are they just spawning infinitely? I think they're just spawning infinitely. Okay, well. Was there anything else over here? There's some shuriken. Spin blade? Oh my god. It is an item. I have more ammo for it too than... Oh, that's pretty good. Just keep that equipped then. That item that I bought before was, I guess, totally useless. Why is this one taking so long? It must be valuable. Oh my god. Oh. Mining and fighting, aren't you supposed to be delivering things? I have to... They don't just have the item. Like, you have to mine it, right? I need 8 more gold blocks. I need a key. All right. We'll find that key. Bigger T. How do you... Slightly recovers HP. A clear red color tea brewed with leaves. Okay. How do I use it? There we go. Okay. I took some damage during that last fight. But, I thought I hit him with my shuriken blast. Whoa. I didn't mean to slam him again. Oh well, that's alright. Five more to go. I will say, like, I really don't think this game is that bad. I'm sort of surprised to see that, like, don't get me wrong, that tutorial was fucking ass. Because it didn't explain things very well. If you mine all the crystals that can be found, the land itself dries up. But they grow back after some time. Good to know. Anyways, what am I trying to say? The game's not so bad. It had mixed reviews on Steam, which I'm sort of surprised to see. Steam users, like, generally don't, from my experience, like, they only... Not many people actually give a game a bad score if it's just not fun to play, like if it's mediocre. Typically, you only get like bad scores because of performance or if it's just heinously awful. But like mediocre games like this that are just like passable, fine, like most people will just be like, yeah, thumbs up, whatever. So it does surprise me to see that the game has a mixed rating. It doesn't feel like a... Okay, he just... Wow, he's got those skills. He just dodge rolled. It doesn't feel that bad. Are you using your fancy kick move now? No, I'm not. You pray to... Yeah, okay, I shall grant you protection. Okay. Raises the number of secondary weapons obtained per drop. I guess so. Oh, is this... Okay, I see. So we have 3 dots, a flower, a square, and do not enter sign. Does it change? No, it stays as... So maybe it's the order that I hit them in. Okay, yeah, it's the order that I hit them in. Flower. Square. Do not enter. Oh, I got the key. I didn't mean to do that. Omikuji? Oh, gosh. Every time I draw an Omikuji, it's scary. Drive 4 sacred pillars into the ground to connect the ley lines and find what you seek. Oh. Well, that wasn't... Hang on. I have some Omikuji. That was not an Omikuji. Hang on. I can show you an Omikuji. I keep them in my wallet. Here, I don't know. This one, we'll do this one. So here's the Omikuji. Typically, you go to, when you go to a shrine, they'll have a little box with a hole in it with the Omikuji inside. So you put 100 yen in, and then you reach inside and you grab an Omikuji. There's two different kinds that I have here. And then you reach inside and you pull out an Omikuji. It's fortune telling is what it is. And when you unfold it, it looks something like this. There you are. There's your Omikuji. And it actually has like a little poem, and then just a general fortune, and then down here there's also like information about more particulars. Somewhere in here it's also like zodiac signs, your blood, whatever, like fortune telling is based on like your blood type or whatever, and other things like that. So it's actually multiple different fortunes all rolled into one sheet here. And I have bad luck. Every time, I fucking kid you not, every time I've drawn an Omikuji, they have been scary accurate. And what? I'm being attacked! Wait! I'm talking about Omikuji! You get out of here, you bastards! Alright. Never mind. Forget the Omikuji. We're out of here. Is there any workbench near? Oh yeah, there's one, right? Oh, nope, that's up. Then, as I was saying, are there any workbenches nearby? I didn't mean to do that. I seem to be able to break this eyeball thing here. Oh, I can go up there. Okay. Sure does take a lot of hits, though. Can't. Oh. Well, I wanted. You have to look at my face. You have to understand, okay? You gotta understand my feelings. Man, it's been a long time since I've forgotten to switch the camera back like that. Was that the puzzle hint after? Yes, that was the puzzle hint after the puzzle was done. A beginner in curses first learns how to summon demons. Okay. Wrap the package. Wow. What do I want to equip? I guess I'll equip that one. I get hurt sometimes, but I'm getting pretty good, so I'll lower my defense. Although also I'm doing pretty well on slime. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. God damn it. I'm doing pretty well as I fail to fucking aim and hit the target I'm aiming for. God! Go! Well. Did I lose all that progress? Oh, no, I still have the package. Okay, so is it... I guess it's not really a roguelike? For fuck's sake. Man, it really lowers your defense, huh? Game over. Yeah. Okay, so... Well, shit. So... For fuck's sake. Just leave it alone. Okay, I guess I don't like the thing that lowers my defense. It lowers your defense a lot. Let me go back up here. Change my equipment. I guess it's not really a roguelike then, huh? Did I misunderstand? Maybe I confused it with another game. I looked at a handful of games this morning trying to decide what I wanted to play. Maybe I confused this game with one of the other games I looked at. Alright, I have the key. Yes, that's all of it. Minerals are the source of power. It's hard work to keep up this body every day. Thank you, Messenger of Boomon. Please accept a little gift of power from me. Raises the drop rate of Mayoi coins. guess increased rod attack damage. Fare thee well. Okay. So I think I saw an elevator back this way. Just to return back home. There we go. This is such a 7 out of 10 kind of game. Like, it's decent, but not, like, really good. Yeah. Yeah, and I think... I don't know. Gosh, it's funny, when I just do, like, one game, it feels like I end these streams. I don't want to play it anymore. I don't necessarily want to quit, like, end the stream. I don't necessarily want to end the stream yet. I guess I want to chat about it for a moment. Chat about this game and my thoughts. So let me wrap up here. I got an achievement. I was more interested in the stupid backpack game. Okay. Alright, there we go. Alright. Should we put on more Sonic? Wait, I guess it's just the Sonic Day, because I just remembered earlier I was singing running around at the speed of sound. Where is that? Where is City Escape? Why is it not the first song on this soundtrack? City Escape should be the first song on the soundtrack. Where the fuck is it? Oh, Escape from the City. There we go. Hell yeah. Oh yeah! Okay. Anyways. Yeah. It, you know, like I was saying when I was playing it, it really... Oh, you mean, Live and Learn? Boy, I love Live and Learn, too. No, the whole fucking soundtrack is a fucking banger, man. Anyways, stop distracting me with Sonic music. Anyways, as I was saying when I was trying to play the game, you know, the game has a mixed rating on Steam, which sort of surprises me because, like, typically Steam user reviews, right there you go, there's your mixed rating. Usually Steam user reviews, like, for mediocre games, they still give it a thumbs up, right? Most Steam users, not all, but most Steam users only thumbs down game when they're offensively bad or have terrible optimization, you know? It's very rare for mediocre games to get thumbs down. So that sort of surprises me with this game. Because, it really is, as you said, like a 7 out of 10. And I don't know, that's on IGN score, a 7 out of 10 is like, you know, pretty bad. I would probably put it more at like a 6 out of 10, or maybe a 5 out of 10. I don't know, somewhere around there. Like, to me, like 10 out of 10 is really hard to achieve. 9 is pretty hard to achieve. 8 is still all right, and 7 is, you know, some people are gonna be enjoying that. 6 is where it's like, okay, it's still a majority of people might enjoy it, but it's starting to kind of break even on it. Almost as if 6 is like means 60%. So, yeah, I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. I don't hate it. The controls could, I don't know. even still kind of there at the end, I was still kind of mixing up, you know, like, did I want to press X? Did I want to press Y? Did I want to jump? What do I want to do? All the actions feel separated from each other when I feel like a lot of them could be smartly blended into each other, just depending on context. As I was saying kind of earlier during the tutorial part, where it's like, when I'm standing on top of the enemy, I obviously want to slime it. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't if I'm standing on top of it. So why do I have to press a dedicated button to slime it when the attack button should just do that? But of course, if you do press the attack button, as the game is now, if you press the attack button, it just puts you into a fail state, which is just, it's a point of unnecessary friction. It's like, I clearly knew what I meant to do. You know, it's making you aware. It's making you aware of the controls of the game. And it's like, it's one of those kind of things where the controls should just disappear when you're like playing the game. You shouldn't have to be sitting there thinking about the controller in your hand and the buttons you need to press on it. You should be thinking about the game, right? And so when you have weird moments like that, I'm having to sit there and think about the device in my hand and not think about how I'm playing the game, if that makes sense. It was well put together for the most part. It's just not that interesting. I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, and you guys have a different experience because you were watching it, right? Playing it, you know, the controls did feel, for the actions I wanted to do, they felt responsive, you know? It's like, when I jump. When I dash, right? As long as I remembered to press the actual fucking controls, there's a nice immediate response to everything. That really feels like, if the controls are more competent, I think it could feel pretty cool, you know, pouncing between enemies, sliming them, you know, doing the whatever exorcism attack or whatever execution attack, and then jumping to the next enemy and so on and so forth. Like, I do feel like that can feel good if you can get the rhythm going. There is a matter of the friction with the controls that I just talked about that sort of puts a damper on that fun. But, you know, I think what it's just missing, and maybe this comes in later, is just, yeah, I guess some sort of hook. I like the setting. You guys should probably know now, I'm kind of a sucker for, like, you know, Japanese culture games. I kind of got obsessed over Kunitsugami. I streamed it quite a while ago now at this point, so maybe you guys don't remember. It was, I don't know, probably like more than 6 months ago, but this game here, and it's like very, very engrossed in Japanese culture, and I really enjoyed it. I will admit by the end that it started kind of playing itself out a little bit, but anyways, still, you know, these Japanese culture games I really like. So I like the setting. I like you know, going into the gods world and doing deliveries for them. But yeah, actually, sort of, I think it Slotty or Wrath, I don't know, who mentioned that it's Fetch Quest the game. That does sort of suck. I don't know. I wish there was more meaning to each run. And that's sort of the weird thing too, right? Because it sort of feels like it has the framework of a roguelike, but it's not a roguelike? Hang on, let's check the store page. What does it say? No, it says exploration, spectacle fighter, and precision platformer, so it's not a roguelike. But that's the thing, it has like roguelike structure to it. You know, it has like whenever you complete the... Oh, that's the menu theme, there you go. Anyway. It has like the roguelike structure to it almost, where it's like, number one, the quests that you go on, the quests that you go on are kind of like radiant quests where it doesn't have a lot of thought. It's mostly just content for the sake of content, which would be fine in, you know, like a roguelike. And then of course when you complete those quests, you get pick one of three kind of thing, which is again very much like a roguelike kind of thing. So it's almost like the game wants to be a roguelike, but then doesn't fully commit to it. And I don't know, as someone who doesn't really like roguelikes, I want to say that I'm okay with it. I want to say I'm okay with it. The unfortunate thing is like it took out the roguelike part and didn't replace it with anything. So now it just feels vacuous. You know, it doesn't have yeah, as you say, Slotty, it's missing something. Yeah, it's missing something that makes you want to keep going. So, I don't know, man. Yeah, well, I guess it's that game. I don't know what else to say about it at this point. I like the concept. I don't even necessarily hate the moment-to-moment gameplay, the combat itself. I wish the controls would be refined a little bit because, as I've already harped on enough, there's a lot of friction there. More friction than I would want. Yeah, it's got that something that's missing. So, I don't know. What's next? I don't know. I guess I can do the usual reminder. At this point, I don't know. It's just you guys, and you guys have already heard me talk about it, and I don't know how many of my archive watchers make it this far, but as a reminder, I gotta always be plugging. I recently released a single, an album, music, not a full album. Fiddle update? Okay, I'll talk about it. Just let me chill for a moment. Recently released a little single, 6 songs, although it's really more like 4 plus 2 instrumentals. But it's only 400 yen. That's basically 100 yen per song, which is like $3 USD or something. Link is down below. There's also a preview of you can listen to the whole thing, or the 4 songs on this channel. There's a video that I uploaded that has the whole thing, so you can stream it for free and find out if it's something that you want to purchase. But of course, even if it's something you're kind of like, it's fine, I don't know, it's not my kind of music, that's okay. You should buy it anyways, because it's supporting your boy. You know, it was really cool. Yeah, those lady vocals are stuck in my head, kind of. Hell yeah. Anyways, yeah. You should. It felt really good because actually, I'm kind of impressed. I've gotten, compared to in the past, I'm not saying I'm like getting rich off of this, but compared to the past, I've actually gotten some sales off of it, which I'm pretty happy about. It's definitely not covering the cost of Lizzie Munson. She's a little bit expensive, so technically I'm still in the red on the album, but anyways, that's okay. But still, it was cool to be able to, my pixel artist, which this is a good segue into Fiddle, my pixel artist just finished some art for me, and I needed to pay him. And it felt really fucking cool to be able to pay my artist using PayPal funds from sales of this album. Like, I was able to pay for that art without drawing from my bank account. Yes! I've made it! This is what success feels like! So anyways, yeah, support your boy by buying the music. It supports either more of my music or even my game, as I've just mentioned. Alright, that's enough shilling. Yeah, Fiddle update, sure. My albums sell enough to cover the cost of a slice of pizza. Hell yeah. Now, I will say, just sort of off topic here. Oops, and I just restarted the damn song. I was just about to say, all of the robot levels, the Tails and Eggman levels, I don't like any of the music in those on this album. This is one of them, by the way. I think that's another one. That might be one too. Is this just like all of the... I think this is just like... Okay, alright, whatever. Okay, Fiddle update. What is there to say about Fiddle? I mean, I'm making a lot of progress. You know what? I'll show you. I'll show you something. I like Sonic Adventure 1 because more Sonic levels. No, I'm talking about Fiddle right now. I'm not going to talk about Sonic Adventure. I want to. I do. It's tempting. Boy, you're tempting me. You're not wrong. I don't hate the like for I don't like the soundtrack for the robot levels, Tails and Eggman, but I actually don't mind their levels that much. And you know, that's the thing is like Sonic and Shadow levels are like peak. They're actually genuinely enjoyable. They are good stuff. All the other characters are mid. I don't hate them, but they're also not like super exciting. Like to me, like with Knuckles, oftentimes like, yeah, the treasure hunt is not super enjoyable, but the soundtrack is so good during those times that I'm just vibing, man. And they got a feel to those levels too. There is something cool about just having these big explorable areas to just wander around in. I think my least favorite is, I don't remember the name of the level. It's been so long since I've played it. It's so funny I can remember Aquatic Mine, but I can't remember that. Although Aquatic Mine actually is another one that I don't think I really enjoy because it's a little bit more claustrophobic. You have Pumpkin Hill, which is like really big and open, and you can fly around, and there's like different mountains and stuff that you can go to. That's pretty cool. It's got a vibe. So, and much the same for Rouge, like especially the space levels too. Man, those levels are huge. They got so much verticality to them, but I think that it's so cool because there's so much that you can explore and just wander around and do. Again, they're not like super fucking peak. Like again, Sonic and Shadows is like way up here in enjoyment, and then Knuckles is down here. But there is still something that I like about them. Those are the three types of gameplay, right? It's just speed, robot, and treasure hunt, right? I don't know. Anyways, I was talking about Fiddle. I have something to show. I normally don't show off work in progress stuff, but I don't know. Slotty asked, so fuck it, whatever. I'll bring it up. All of this again, work in. Whoa. All of this stuff is like work in progress stuff. It's not finished, obviously. So, you know, I've been mostly working on the town lately. Why is it so loud in my headphones? I've been working a lot on the town lately. Can't even hear the music in Tails levels. All the, all the beep beep. Yeah, you're right about that. Anyways, I've been working on the town stuff a lot more. For the most part, the levels are the actual like explorable dungeon levels are complete. I don't know if any of you played. I don't know. I'll talk about that in just a second. I don't know. That's kind of just like a stream of conscious thought that I had there that I wanted to bring up. I'll talk about it in a second, maybe. Anyways, lately I've been focusing on the town because pretty much everything, all the other parts of the game are finished, but I pretty much ignored the town. But that's okay. I think that was kind of good because there's a lot of parts of the town that I really wanted to restructure. A lot of the ideas I had for the town were really only on paper, thank God. So I could just erase the shit that was on the paper. I didn't have to like completely redo logic or stuff like that. You know, in the actual game itself, it was just like deleting a paragraph on a design document and saying, nope, not gonna do it that way anymore. So anyways, so I guess it was good that I kind of saved it for last. There's a lot of restructuring that I've wanted to do, but also because so much of it's been ignored for so long, you know, all of the character profiles or vignettes, stories, whatever, haven't really been completed. I've been working on that for probably the past couple of months, to be honest. I've been working on the character vignettes, actually just writing up the scripts, not even necessarily implementing them into the game. I'm getting there. I'm definitely getting there on implementing them into the game. Anyways, there was a set of 3 characters. 2 of them were actually in the playtest, although I don't think anyone actually played enough to see them because they both appeared kind of late. So to explain how the town worked in the previous version, the playtest I did last year, basically all the story NPCs would show up at different town happiness levels. At the time, town happiness was sort of kind of like a background value that the player can't really see. It's still sort of that way. I kind of liked it, but I can also see that there might be some people who get annoyed with it because they want that information. But I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and justify it. Anyways, there's a character Joy that you can always talk to find out what the town happiness value is. It's not like a menu choice. You just ask her, hey, what is the town happiness value at? And she's like, oh, it's a 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10, whatever. And so anyways, in the playtest I did last year, there was a set of 3 characters, all of their stories kind of interconnected, and but they don't really start to appear until like you had like a town happiness value of 6, I think. And so I really highly doubt anyone actually played enough to increase their town happiness value to that point. I don't remember how much it was in the playtest. It might have been like 30 XP points would equal 1 town happiness value. And by XP points, I don't mean like your player experience, but actually the town's experience value, which you'd get town experience value by doing various things. You know, like picking up the trash would give you like 1 point of town happiness experience. So something like that. Anyways, so to go back to these 3 characters, the thing is that like 2 of these characters had their stories very heavily interlocked. Like they need, like the story cannot exist without both of them. However, there was a 3rd character that like there's a point in the story where like she was meaningful to it, but the story could also almost entirely play out exactly the same without her. So she kind of just became like 3rd wheel in this whole story. So I have been rethinking this character, and I'm actually really happy with the direction that I've rethought this character. I completely rethought her role in the story. In fact, she actually now basically has her own story completely separate from the other 2, because once again, those other 2 characters are interlocked. They don't really need that 3rd wheel there. So anyways, I've been rethinking her, and so Somon, not so long ago, just finished another character portrait. And so I sent her the request for the next portrait, and I decided, since this is the character that I'm focusing on now, the way that we've been going with the designing these characters recently, and I know this sounds bad because this is recently, is that we've been designing the characters as I've been writing the story, and as a result, we've been able to incorporate symbolism or even actual. We're able to incorporate like symbolic parts into their design that matches with the story that's being written for them, or even being able to incorporate elements that can either change or something over the course of their story, so that way it can show sort of a turn of character. Don't get too excited. A lot of those like changes in their design are pretty basic, but it's still it's a small basic change to like their portrait that can show a meaningful change in their story. It just makes it feel like you've actually kind of progressed something in the game. Things don't feel so static. I know that sounds bad that this is only recently. I think there's only like right now only 2 characters that we've been doing it that way. Number one, Somon just kind of works slow. And it was sort of at the beginning of this year that I kind of realized, wait a minute, I have a CG artist and a pixel artist, and so I could make wholly custom designs. Prior to that moment, it might not have been at the beginning of this year, it might have been kind of at the end of the last year or something, I don't know, but either way, kind of prior to that, I was still thinking like I need to use references of like because Somon herself said she's not very good, or sorry, Somon said that she's good with coming up with custom characters, but she wants reference pictures, so I would give her like references of like, you know, RTP assets or whatever, and then she would base the design off of like those things that I gave her. And then June would design pixel art based off of her art. But then I realized, that's stupid. We can have wholly custom, unique characters. So anyways, now, basically Simon's kind of designing the character because June has mentioned that he prefers like doing fan art, I guess you could say. He's better at transforming CG art into pixel art. It's mostly what he's done, which kind of works out perfect because Somon said that she really likes doing original design. She doesn't really like doing fan art. Meanwhile, June likes doing fan art. So it's like perfect. Okay, Somon gets to design the character, and then he can take the CG art that she designs and make it into a pixel art form. He's really, really good at taking the you know, shrinking it down into pixel art. Give him Herald to base characters. I mean, Somon could probably do it if I wanted to, but I don't want to waste the money on that. That would be stupid. So that's a lot of talking to basically say. So as I had mentioned, I started writing this character here. You can see this. This is just very, very early draft. She just sent this to me recently, just this week. And actually, it made me laugh because last week when she returned some of the artwork and I paid for it, she's like, hey, I have a few other commissions that are lined up that I need to finish before I can get back to your game. Is that okay? And I was like, yeah, no problem. We're ahead of schedule, so, you know, take your time, work on those other commissions, whatever. In the meantime, I'm going to send you details on the next character. So I sent her the details, and then, like, this week she sends the draft to me. And I was like, wait, it wasn't that long ago you said that you had other commissions you needed to work on. And she's like, yeah, I still have those, but I felt really inspired. And I was like, all right, cool. So anyways, these are just drafts because I wasn't too sure about costume for the character and all that. So she sent me a couple of different costume designs. Again, these are just rough sketches. So we had, oops. Oh no, that spoiled it. So we had this costume here, which kind of had like the little back skirt there and some shorts. Otherwise, the top is kind of mostly the same. Or we had this one with kind of the more frilly kind of skirt. Kind of looks like a little bit looser fitting clothes as well. What I wound up deciding on between these two designs was actually this one here with the skirt. So this is going to be the character's costume design. The costume is actually very important for this character. Like, I'm not to say that like it's not important for the other characters, but like this character's story in a sense, almost entirely revolves around what she is wearing. So the costume for this character was actually like really important that we get it right. So I was glad that she was feeling kind of inspired on it. And then next we were trying to decide on hair for her. And actually I received this message today. So again, still draft, and also Somon is actually working on other commissions, but she was just feeling inspired. So we have either kind of the straight bangs with a little hair flip, or kind of big fluffy hair like that. So I wound up deciding that I like the big fluffy hair. It kind of gives a more friendly kind of feeling to the character, while this feels quite serious in a way. So I decided that this was the design that I think best matches the character. I noticed recently that based on and based off means the same thing. Yes. Anyways, so basically I'm working on this character. Aquanet big hair. What are you talking about? So I don't know how much I want to go into details on this character. Oh, you know what? I guess I can go. I guess I can go into details on it. So this, actually, Ayush Pandey, what up, yo? Anyways, so this character, I've talked about it before because last week I have my my new single. Good timing. This song just ended. Perfect. Hey, let's crank up the tunes. This one. How's the volume? Volume's a little bit low. The big hair from the 80s? Yeah, big hair. I'm not animating. So this song here, right? So I showed this off last week. And I talked about how this was like an alternate version of my, you know, the 80s version here. Right? So, and it was meant to be used in, it's meant to be used in the game, because there's the band, the fictional band in the game. It's a little bit loud, huh? There we go. Okay. Yeah, so there's a fictional band in the game. Yeah, this one is stuck in my head. Yes! So anyways, so there's the fictional band in the game, and this character is obsessed with the band. I've based this character off of this. I don't know. I guess it's in America too, in a way. I guess it's in the West, but it's definitely very much a Japanese phenomenon, which is just the otaku, the nerding, the geekdom around obsessing over like idols. All of you guys are anime nerds, I'm sure, so you know what the idols are. But it goes both ways. It's not just, you know, boys who are overly obsessed with, you know, like AKB48 or whatever. There are plenty of girls who fawn over very effeminate looking boys in different idol groups. And one of the biggest idol groups, or idol companies, I guess I would say, is called Johnny's, and they host a number of different boy bands, I guess you would say, here in Japan. And you know, all the girls have huge crushes on all the boys. So actually this character's troubles, you know, like all the vignettes are based on like some sort of emotions, are sort of like sort of based around that. She's obsessed with this band here, this fictional band. So, and of course, actually, so all of these girls here in Japan, like the actual girls who it's not always K-pop stuff. It can be. Sometimes it can be K-pop, but we also have J-pop bands as well that boys or girls get maybe a little bit unhealthily obsessed over. And so I lost my train of thought. So anyways, all these girls here in Japan, like any of the ones that like kind of obsess over this stuff, especially whenever they go to concerts, they want to put on their absolute best. They get super made up. They have most beautiful makeup. They do really nice hair. They're putting on the nail chips. They're wearing their best clothes, right? So this character, I really wanted to try to capture that vibe, but here was the challenge, and this is what I told Somon, is like, so the game itself, and I feel like I talked about this last time, maybe, I'm not sure. The game itself, like, I'm not really too particular about the time period that it's based in, but it's definitely not based in modern day. That much is for sure. It's a lot of the costume designs. I always reference like late 1800s, early 1900s kind of clothing when it comes to a lot of costumes. So I was telling Somon, I was like, here's the challenge with this. I want her to dress like these idol otakus, right? That you see around everywhere. But a lot of that fashion sense is very modern, and so I don't know how we would translate it into a costume design that kind of fits the era that Fidel takes place in. So, this is kind of this goes back to what Somon had said, where even though she said she was busy with other commission work, she said she felt inspired. She's like, I had this idea for the costume. This was the idea for the costume, is one of these two. And I also think it's going to really deeply depend on how it's colored as well. But I do really feel like this, with like the kind of puffier sleeves, and kind of looser fitting clothes, sort of, and also I think that might be a cuff there as well. Sort of feels like a little bit older, but still having the shorter skirt and big shoes. Still kind of keeps that, kind of, I don't know, modern, heavily dressed up kind of feel to it as well. So hopefully people still kind of get the reference. So I think she's actually done a pretty good job here, even though it's just kind of a draft. We'll have to see how it turns out when it's finished. Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of what I've been working on. I've really liked this character. I felt particularly inspired by it. 18th century idol otaku. Yes, I mean, sort of. 19th century. No, 20th century, though. 19th and late 19th, early 20th. So anyways, I've really been enjoying writing the script for this character. It is sort of funny because like each of the character stories I have what I've kind of called their own set piece, which is basically a moment in the story where, number one, there's gameplay. I'm not gonna lie, and I kind of worry about this. A lot of the stories, they're very much based on talking. So I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of people who just don't like it. Sorry, I guess it's just not your kind of game. There's a lot of talking because in order to connect with the characters, and I've tried to keep it short. Like, I really tried to keep it short, but you have to be able to know what the characters are feeling, understand their motivations, their goals, and what's happened in their past, get a sense of who that character is. And there's only so much you can do, and when I try to limit myself to one fucking page, and one page already feels too long. So there's a lot of talking, but there is usually a moment in every single character's vignette where I've called it the set piece, where there will be like a gameplay moment, and it's a gameplay moment where things like really change up. Where, like, for example, maybe you go inside Fidel's imagination and you are wandering around somewhere to try to, she's inside the mind of someone, quote unquote. But it's just really kind of her imagination where she's trying to get more information to understand the situation. And I've planned a lot of these set pieces out so that there are gameplay, like you can play it differently. It is sort of, in a way, it's interesting because it doesn't really use the combat system in the game, which is something else that I worry about. Is like, oh, you'd think you'd integrate the combat more. And right now, it kind of feels like you have that game and this game that's loosely connected. Because even the set pieces don't use like the dungeon exploration combat stuff. Anyways, I don't know. I'll figure it out. This character actually has, I think, 2 different set pieces to her. And that's partly just because, one, I really kind of enjoy the character. I'm not gonna lie. I've had firsthand experience with this type of person. Very intimately, actually. So I really feel like I know the mind of this kind of person, and it's fun to be able to explore that in writing. So I think, I don't know if it's just because it's fresh in my mind, because I'm writing it right now, or what, but it does kind of feel like, out of all the characters, I love all my characters, but I feel like she is being explored the most grounded? I don't know if that's the right way to put it. Fiddling around inside someone's head. Yes. I don't know. I guess it's the most realistic to me, mostly because I've had experience with this kind of person. So anyways, so partly because I'm just having so much fun writing her, she winds up getting like 2 set pieces. She is kind of one of the last characters that will appear. So I guess it's fine. You know, it's kind of a late game vignette. So it makes sense that it might be a little bit longer than some of the first ones that you experience. But also, it's also sort of vestigial from where this character originally came from. To remind you is that she was originally part of a story that involved 3 characters. She was one of the 3 characters. And there was already a set piece that sort of involved her. So basically, by removing her from that other storyline, that set piece I'd already created parts to. Sunk cost fallacy, I still want to use them, and they still technically kind of fit within her story. So I think she's gonna wind up having 2 set pieces to it, which is fine. Of course, all of this is also speculative because right now she doesn't exist. You're looking at line art, not even colored, and anything that I've written is only on a text document, and that's it. It's not been actually implemented in the game, and things do change, but I think she will probably wind up having these 2 set pieces. More than likely. So that's what I've been working on. I don't know, the characters have been fun to write. I think I'm glad I'm starting to work on them now. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say about that. I'm glad I'm working on them now. They've been fun to write. That's pretty much that. I don't know. I was gonna mention What was it? No, I forgot. I guess it doesn't matter. I guess I was gonna say there's been some changes to how the town works, and I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't know. It feels weird to talk about it because, again, not a lot of it's been implemented. Parts of it have been implemented, but things are so subject to change that, I don't know, it feels weird to talk about it. But the way that the town works now is it still has the happiness rating. More things will give you points towards the happiness. Basically, any action you do gives you points towards the happiness rating of the town. And you'll be informed when that happens. It won't just be something that happens in the background. You will still need to go talk to a character to find out what the rating is. There are story reasons for that. It's not going to be a menu. And again, I know there'll be some people, I can already hear them protesting now. Why is it not in your fucking player menu? And I will just have to deal with their complaints when that time arises. But anyways. So the characters, also, one of the changes that's been made is that I want the characters themselves to appear pretty early on. I want players to be introduced to the characters, all of the characters, not necessarily from the beginning of the game, but, you know, within the first, I don't know, after they complete the first dungeon, hopefully they are at a point where they've experienced all the characters or are close to meeting all the characters. However, all the characters now are basically broken up into 3 acts, and each act of their story is pretty much gated by the happiness of the town. So, and I've tried to make it in more hidden ways. It's not just like, you know, you reach the end of the Act 1, and then you try to access Act 2, and it's like, oh, the town's not happy enough. You'll have to come back later. Like, I've tried to make it in a way that feels seamless and diegetic. I don't know if I've always done a good job of it, but basically it's like, in order to progress the story, you need something or whatever. But in order to get that something, the town needs to be at this level of happiness, or more than likely to get that something, you've probably done enough to get the town up to this level of happiness, you know? So in that way, I'm not just like putting a brick wall and saying, nope, go play the game some more. You can't continue this story. It feels more natural. Like, it feels like a natural progression. It's like, oh yeah, I want to progress the story, but I see that, you know, the next stage of this story is not going to progress until I can do this, but I can't do that until I can make the town more happy. So I guess I should go do that. It's hopefully the player's thought process there. Anywho, I've been rambling enough, haven't I? I think I wound up rambling for like 40 minutes about my game. Slotty always knows how to get me to talk too much. Any questions or comments from my audience? My audience of 2, which I imagine is... Maybe there's 3 people who were chatting. Ayush Pandey, Wrath, and Slotty. I suspect it's Slotty and Wrath, though. Maybe Ayush got bored. He didn't see me playing a game, so he kind of dipped. Maybe. Yeah, those are the 2 viewers. My bad. No, I know you do it on purpose. You do it on purpose because you know I won't shut up if you get me started talking about Fidel. And we're getting an from Wrath. Which means, I'm guessing that you probably don't really have any particular questions in mind. I mean, the thing is, What's I don't know. Yeah, and the thing is, so I mean, I like talking about the game, of course, but the one thing is like so much, as you hopefully have taken note, so much of this stuff is not even necessarily implemented in the game. It's just on documents or whatever. So like all of this stuff is subject to change too. There are times when I'm sure I drive Somon mad, by the way. I'm writing this shit up, and then it's like, you know, a thought pops into my head, and it's like, oh shit. And then, you know, I have to make a change. Sometimes to, like, in the case of driving Somon mad, it's like, oh, hey, wait, before you start work on that character, hey, can we do this? Or can you not do that? Or whatever. Simply because, oops, I just thought of something. So anyways, you know, things change. It's the nature of game design. I'd love to be able to, let you guys play something, but I don't know when that's gonna be. I talked, I think a few weeks ago, that there would be maybe like another playtest coming up that would be more of a vertical slice. It would be way more controlled in what you can experience, and it'd be a much shorter experience than what I did last time for my game. My hope is still to have that out soonish, like end of summer, but I don't know. There's a lot of things that depend on factors outside of my control for whether that's going to happen or not. So I don't know. I will definitely share an update when that's around and let you guys try to experience it. But until then, I don't know. I'm just working on it quietly in the background. Unless you guys ask, then I'll talk about my game, but otherwise I don't really talk about it. No, I will never do that. I will never put a Fiddle demo up on itch. Number one is, I think right now, actually, the size of the game well exceeds itch's 1 gigabyte. So can't even do that anyways, just limitations of the website. But also, just simply because whenever I do the playtests, I like to make sure that I keep it closed. I like to make sure that the people who are playing it are people who are actually accountable. They feel accountable for providing feedback. People who just pick up a game randomly have no accountability towards actually giving any feedback. I've talked about this before in the past. Every single time I've done a closed beta, I've gotten 100% reply rate on everyone who's played the game. 100% of the people who played Fiddle left feedback for me. So I want to make sure that if I ever do playtests, that people leave feedback. You can contact for a bigger game. They're typically pretty cool about it. Oh, okay. You're talking about itch. Yeah, maybe they might be. So the one thing is that whenever in the past when I hosted Fiddle, when I hosted the Fiddle, this was like 2 years ago when I hosted the Fiddle playtest. I hosted the really old playtest of Fiddle on itch. But in order to do that, the way that I handled it was actually just setting it to private, and then people who want to do the playtest would, I would send them a message. They'd say, "Hey, I want to do the playtest," and I would send them a message, say, "Here's the link. Here's how to access it." I don't know if itch would necessarily be cool with having basically a private link for a game that's larger than 1 gigabyte. Considering that the next playtest I want to do is more of a vertical slice and is much more controlled, it would have much less content in it, so theoretically I would assume it's possible for me to cut the file size down to just what is absolutely necessary, which would likely be below 1 gigabyte. Because to be clear, Fiddle does exceed 1 gigabyte, but it's actually not by much. I think it's just like 1.2 gigabytes. And the next playtest I'm planning won't have a lot of content, and also there's been a lot of background optimizations I've made to the game. Number one, in file size. I've been applying a form of indexing. It's kind of more like double indexing. I index the colors, number one, to get a certain aesthetic that I want to keep things kind of consistent across the game. Somon may kill me because it does sort of technically destroy her art in a way. I think it's still pleasing to look at. So that's the step one pass is applying a patterned dither through index colors to all of the art and assets. All of the visual assets have it applied. Number two is applying a space-saving color indexing algorithm to it, which doesn't really change the visuals very much at all, but it does significantly decrease the file size. So as a result, basically all of the sprites and tile sets and character art are, I would say, probably 50% smaller than they were last time I did the playtest last year. It can give that video game feel. Yes, that's kind of the goal. Color indexing is badass. Yes. I applied color indexing very here. Why don't I just open up Fidel's? Hang on. Where is Fidel's sprite sheet? Fiddle bus, Somon bust. Fiddle. That's not the one. Where is it? Oh, it's gonna be in a different folder, actually. Fiddle. Here we go. Is this the one? Yep, this is the one. Okay, so it's Windows picture views, which does apply like some, I don't know, like bilinear filtering when you zoom in. So this is Fiddle's expression sheet. So these are like all of her expressions that she can have. Zoomed out, I'm sure it just looks totally normal. Of course, once you have it full screen and zoomed in, you start to see there's a little bit of graininess and a little bit of pattern to the colors. So you can see there's like a little dot pattern on her hair here. Faster for loading too. Yes, sir. Yeah, so you can kind of see some of this is pattern dithering that I've applied to her, this pattern dithering is applied to all of the art. So the pattern dithering is applied to get the correct kind of effect that I'm looking for. And then I have a more algorithmic dithering that's applied after this that also reduces the file size. So the pattern is just to get the aesthetic, while the secondary form of indexing is just to save space. So there you go. And to explain this, so the way that this works now, actually all of the characters are like this. All the characters now are formatted into sprite sheets. Oops. All the characters now are formatted into sprite sheets. And the reason is because Mac has built... God damn it. Mac has built... Yes, you are right. One sprite sheet takes up less space than a bunch of images. The matter is, of course, being able to utilize the sprite sheet. So, just for an example here, by the way. God damn it. I hate that pressing the F keys opens up an Edge browser, I guess for like help information or whatever. So here are all my character sprite sheets here. So you saw how big Fiddle was. Like, let's get properties here. And Fiddle's sprite sheet is 6,528 pixels by 574. So it's a really, really large image because you have this high-resolution art, right? And that high-resolution art is also spread across 15 14 frames, I think it is. So yeah, it's quite large, but what you wind up getting is 124 kilobytes for all of that. Amazing, isn't it? It's practically fucking nothing in order to load any of these character sprites. What's funny is Fidel, I believe, has the most expressions. Makes sense, she's the main character. But she's actually not the largest one. I think Joy is, or maybe it's the Popper. Yeah, Popper is the biggest one because he has quite dense colors. Can you animate the frames too? God damn it. Alright, I'll show you guys. I wanted to keep this a secret. I wanted to keep it a surprise for whenever you guys get the playtest, but I'll show this. I'll show it because I'm proud of it. I think it's cool. And I want to show it off. I'm gonna make sure that it's set up. So this was completed not so long ago. Yeah, Fiddle is there. Okay. So this was completed not so long ago. So I've been in the process of transferring every cutscene to this new format, but oh shit, hang on, wait, restart. I need to run the debug. No, wait, the debug tool should run automatically. Yeah, okay, it's fine. Debug tool runs automatically, no problem. Okay, so hopefully we're all familiar with Joy, right? Because Joy is one of the first characters that I think everyone met. First of all, also, sitting. Hooray, sitting. Anyways, so hopefully you're all familiar with Joy's cutscene. Maybe you remember the kind of the broad strokes of how her cutscene went, her introduction. So if you remember what the game looked like before, allow me to introduce you to... Please wait a moment. Please wait a moment, Joy. Please let me introduce you to how the cutscenes are now handled. Ah, shit. What a spoiler. God damn it. Yo, you can sit. Hell yeah. Yes, you can sit. Yes, there is now sitting in the game. You can just hang out and vibe and feel it. In fact, let's get those vibes going. I have the audio turned off because I don't want to listen to the game. Yeah. Vibes. I want to make sure those vibes are just right. I want people to just want to sit down and listen to the ambiance. Anywho, all right, so the Joy cutscene, as I'd mentioned. So, welcome to how cutscenes are handled now. Now you can see how the art is used. So I want you to pay attention to the character sprites as I go through the dialogue. You can also see there's fun text events. So like I have wave features. You can see wavy, wavy, wavy like that. You also can see the name tag here, so who is speaking. There we go, finally. Are you magic? We have the pause cursor, name tag. You can see it switches which bust is in the front and which is in the back. The text box flips sides, and it animates out like that. Yes, I totally have magic smarts. I know everything about everyone in town. Well, almost everything. And you can see that the busts crossfade between each other, between each expression. It provides a much smoother transition, whereas before it would just hard cut to each expression. So now with the crossfade, and I can control the length of that crossfade too. You can also see, now I'm going to draw your attention I'm going to draw your attention to the text because actually now I can modulate the speed of the text so that way, even though it's not being spoken by a voice actor, it's still being read out as if it's being spoken. So these lines are all pretty simple, but you'll see in some of these lines that I really modulate the speed of the text to kind of give a sense of actual talking. Right there. So it said, of course, pause. Of course, pause. I think that makes me special. Pause, right? You can still technically do this with like Yanfly's message core too, by the way. But there's just, I've been giving more tools in order to really bring the text alive as well. So, yeah. It's obvious who's talking. No way. Yeah. I like it. It's easy to tell who's speaking. Yeah, and that was definitely one of the goals that I wanted to achieve with this. So, you know, the text box, like the bus, number one, the bus is always, the speaking bus is always in front. So, yes, you know who's talking. But also, I like this because where before, the bus would be behind the message box, which means part of Somon's art would wind up getting covered up by the message box. But now we get to show off Somon's beautiful art in not necessarily full glory, but at least in part. Text is more fun to read when it dances around. Yes. And then also, of course, you have each message box. Like this one comes from the left side because it's the left speaker who's speaking. And then when Fidel talks, it'll come from the right side. So again, that also indicates who's speaking as well. There's also, by the way, there's a new animation on the text too. So you can see it kind of grows up from the bottom like that. It grows and expands. We also removed the stupid outline. I really hate the outline on text. It looks so bad in RPG Maker, but instead we started doing a drop shadow, so you can see that there's a drop shadow on this, which makes it look so much cleaner to me. So there, I don't know if you guys caught it, but I can also change their expression midway through the text. So not only can I modulate the speed, but actually I can change anyone's expression in the text. So like if, let's say for example, Joy says something that surprises Fiddle, so when she says the surprising thing in her own message box, I can change Fiddle's expression to match that when she says it. So it allows changing the character bus basically whenever I want, at any moment I want. Also, here we go. We can see another text effect. I have shaking text. Oh, that reminds me. I'm not going to go through this whole cutscene. I mean, I guess I can. I've also, I don't know how much you guys remember of this cutscene, but I've actually heavily truncated this cutscene as well. It's still relatively long. At a normal reading pace, I clocked in at about 3.5 minutes, whereas before it was about 7 or 8 minutes long. So I really cut it down, but it still has the meat and potatoes there that made this scene funny and interesting. Once again, you could see there that her expression changed. First, she was like bright-eyed and glittery, and then she did the delighted smile here. So, then I know it was like bright-eyed and glittery. And then when she said, let's trade, she did the delighted smile. So this was one of the problems, and this was something that also helped save space and also speed things up with the dialogue, is that whereas before, if I wanted to change an expression, like I could only do one line, and then when the player ended that message box, then I would apply the next expression for the character and then show the next message box. So you'd wind up with one sentence, one expression. Change the expression, one sentence, one expression, right? So you get multiple message boxes that should have been easily put into a single message box. Now with my new tool that Mac has built for me, I can combine those multiple message boxes into a single one and just change the expression as needed throughout that single message box. Yeah, okay, so I'm not gonna go through the whole thing. I will show one other funny effect. I'm not sure if I've set it up correctly. Okay, yes I have. Alright, so there is something funny. Actually, technically both with the waving text and the shaking text. There's some very funny behaviors that can be created with it if I really fuck with the values. I want to show this effect off. So this is the shaking text. Good luck fucking reading it. There are actually some really fucking weird but interesting effects that I can create with the shaking and waving. I don't know where or how I'm going to use them, but I want to use them because they can create such wacky situations like this. Where are the letters going? T. Yeah. So you can create some pretty wacky situation. It starts with T, that's all. Yeah, probably. What is it? I think it's this one. Yeah, this is Fidel speaking, and she is going to... Oh, oops. She's going to say at least 4 lines worth of text. Wow, isn't that something? Let's try switching expressions. Amazing, isn't it? Well, there we have it. So, anyways, that's just me testing out the this new system that Mac built for me for displaying messages. So there you have it. Really, I'm really happy with it. It's really fun to use. The one downside, of course, is that I need to transfer all existing cutscenes into using the new system. It's not entirely just plug and play on existing projects. Everything needs to be converted into using the new format. Otherwise, the game will crash. So... but I think the timing kind of worked out because a lot of cutscenes are being reworked anyways. For example, I just showed Joy's cutscene, and I had mentioned that that Joy was previously like a 8-minute long cutscene that I've managed to cut down to like about 3.5 minutes, depending on rating speed and stuff like that. So one thing I want to show off. I need this. Nothing. One more time. Maybe this is the lucky roll. No, not the lucky roll. Come on. I need a lucky roll. It's a 25% chance. It's a 25%, and maybe it fucked up because it couldn't spawn it there. It's a 25% chance. Come on. You can do it. 25% chance. No? That's crazy. I can't believe I've had this shitty luck. Is it just not set up correctly? There's no way. Maybe it's just not set up correctly. Okay. Give it a couple more tries, maybe. No? Good God. Meanwhile, 25% chance to battle is every step. Yeah, no kidding. Wow. How many times have I restarted this? I have a message log. It'll print a message log for a specific thing that I'm looking for when it does it. But it has not done it. Unless I remove that message log. I do tend to remove the message logs as they're not needed anymore, because obviously I don't want to fill up my console with a bunch of unnecessary messages. So I do occasionally remove them, so maybe I removed the message. I don't know. Well, anyways. Well, so the trash system here, you can see that it spawns a little house with a heart in it. Can you guys take a guess what the house with the heart in it means? You collect it after you pick up the trash. What does that mean? What could it possibly mean? Trash here. Where's the trash? Did I pick up all the trash? There's more trash. Okay, I think I need to... Oops. Wait. Did the game freeze? Wait. Wow, that's weird. I've never done this before. What happened? Oh. There we go. Wow, that's interesting. I didn't know you could do that. Cool, you could just completely freeze the game. Your house heart is happy. Yeah. It's just showing that you're collecting experience. Town experience. Okay, I can just keep refreshing the map this way. Rather than completely restarting the game. The joke is gone now. The joke is gone. You just your 25% chance sucks. Okay, it's there. Holy shit. Alright, let's see if we can find it. Alright, we gotta pick up some trash. Alright, got a banana. Let's keep looking for some trash. Let's keep looking for some trash. Ah, banana. I'm shiny hunting, yes. That you figured it out, Wrath. You figured it out. Where's more trash? Ah, there's an apple. Got the apple. Okay, we started from down there. More? Where's it? I know it's here. I know it's here. I saw the console log. Don't you lie to me. It's here somewhere. Ah. Alright. Alright, are you ready? Are you ready? I got the funniest joke planet Earth has ever experienced. Alright? Prepare your butthole for the laughter of a lifetime. No joke more funny than this has ever been written. I'm not the creator of it. Okay? I'm not going to say I'm the one who came up with this genius. But even to this day, this joke has been told 100 million times, and it's still funny. Okay? Let's experience it together. Are you ready? Banana peel. Banana peel. That's it. All that refreshing the map was just for that. There you go. There's a 25% chance that a rogue banana. Let's go back to my console log. There we go. There's a 25% chance that a rogue banana will spawn. Whenever he... Okay, so whenever the trash spawns in the town, there's a 25% chance it will spawn a rogue banana, which instead of being able to pick it up, it will cause you to slip and fall instead. So, there you have it. That's all I wanted to do. Glad we finally established that. Okay, anyways. Alright. Now it's starting to get late, so now you guys have kept me talking about Fiddle for quite a while now. But, and thank you for sticking around for all that, but I do want to wrap up. I want to talk about next week. I approve of this. I'm glad. There's been a few occasions in Fiddle's design where there's like a rare % chance for silliness to happen. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I like it. It gives character to the game, I think, hopefully. I try to make it unintrusive when it does happen. In the case of the banana, actually, if you're very observant, you should be able to tell which bananas are rogue bananas and which bananas can be picked up. So, but you have to be observant and find out which ones, how you can tell the difference between the two. Anyways, I want to talk about next week. So I will be streaming next week, as usual. As I had mentioned kind of at the top of the stream, there's a game that I actually thought was releasing this week, but I was wrong. It's releasing next week. So I'm gonna play that game next stream. Seems interesting. Seems exciting. It's like this game I made when the random cookie spawns, it falls from the sky in 3D. Excellent. So anyways, so I'll be playing the game that I wanted to stream this week next week. But the week after that, and I'll probably give you guys a reminder next week, hopefully, about this. The week after that, I won't be streaming. So that's 2 weeks from now. I won't be streaming. But I will have a special video, hopefully, up for you guys on that Saturday. It's a really monster long video. There's been a few streams I've done in the past that have wound up multi hours long, and it's one of those that I'm trying to cut down into more consumable size, which is difficult, and it's also a lot of fucking footage to go through. But I'm working on it slowly. I hate video editing, so when I say slowly, I mean slowly. I put in like 20 minutes before I can't tolerate any more editing, and then I go do something else. But hopefully it will be finished by next Saturday. And you guys will have something fun to watch. But for now, it's late here. It's almost 1 a.m. and I do have plans tomorrow. So I want to make sure that I get some good rest. And I'll see you guys next week. So thank you so much for sticking around and listening to me ramble about Fiddle for so long. And I'll see you next time. Bye.